So I think I may have found the coolest road ever.
Let's go. Yo.
Okay.
Like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Am I filming? I think I'm filming. I made it this far, ladies and gents. Can't say that it has been uneventful. I did drop the bike, broke my little guard there, and I also broke my visor within the first freaking 100 miles. This bike is way too tall for me, and I gotta be very careful with it off-road. Because it is hard to keep upright. When I dropped it, I actually didn't drop it on the road though. I dropped it in the parking lot at the rental place. So, anyway, let's get after it a little bit. Once I get up to a reasonable speed, I'm usually fairly comfortable here. Driving it around. So yeah, here we roll. I've been on the road now for about 3 hours. Not too bad. I've got a 4 or 5 hour day today. It was actually mostly highway up to this point. But I finally found myself some dirt, and I've been enjoying it. I do need to find a place to either turn around or something, because I have no ability to back this bad boy up. It is very tall and very heavy. Anyway, this is a Tenere 700 that I'm riding today. This road is obviously not even very bad at all. So, super easy road to ride on. I've been enjoying myself. There's not very many people out here except those folks that are on razors. But anyway, I got on the bike and immediately dropped it in the parking lot while I was about to take off for the first time. And that's when I broke the handguard over here. That wasn't ideal. As soon as I got on the bike, I was like having something weird going on with my headset, and I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And so I was trying to push it down, smash it down. It was shaking and vibrating. I was like, man, maybe this bike just vibrates like living hell. But eventually I figured out it was actually my visor was not fully latched down. And so I finally got my visor latched down. And it's working decently right now, but there was a massive crack on it, and that's why it was failing to latch earlier. So I'm just being very cautious here. This is actually my first time on what you would call, I wouldn't really call this off-roading on a motorcycle, but definitely sketch roading is what I'd call it. It's a sketchy road. It's a very heavy motorcycle, as I found out when I had to pick it up in the parking lot at the Harley-Davidson. I don't know what it is that makes this bike feel so heavy, because it's actually not as heavy as other bikes that I've had in the past, but it is like very, very difficult to pick up. All of the weight is very high, and I had to for sure, especially with all my gear on the back of it, I had to for sure do a like a deadlift back, where you put the bike behind you and you do a deadlift, and if I don't hold the bike, and I mean, it took pretty much all of my strength to get it up, so that's frustrating. I wish that was not the case, because I really like this bike on basically all other counts. I think it's a fairly comfortable bike, much more comfortable than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be closer to the KLR 650 in comfort. I was also expecting it to be closer to like a 600cc. I don't know why I thought this, but I was expecting it to be closer to like a 650 or a 750cc cruiser as far as the speed goes. But it is not. It is for sure a super peppy engine, a super poppy engine, and it's a whole hell of a lot of fun. It does not have a great deal of high end, and when you're on the highway, it's really not. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. But I'm actually fairly surprised for a 700. I'm pretty surprised. Like, it doesn't quite feel like a 1250 sport touring bike, but damn, is it freaking pretty close. Like I can definitely, no joke, tour on this thing all day long, every day, with no problems. On the highway, 75, 80 miles an hour. A couple of times I caught myself going like 85, 90, and I had to back it off down, and it didn't feel like I was pushing the bike too hard. So that's cool. That is something that you should keep in mind, especially because you're also adding in the fact that this has, some reasonable off-road capabilities. It's got a bash plate. It's got some height on it. And the thing's only like 10 grand. And it rips in town. Like, I was really surprised. Obviously, there are torque measurements. Ooh, there's a horsey on the trail right there. Look at that. Wild horsies. Very cool. I'm hoping that this spits me back out to like 260 or something. It's saying do not enter when flooded. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going. This bike is soaking up the bumps and the rocks and the ruts. I'm not really putting it through any crazy paces or anything. It is a rental after all. So I'm mostly just riding it slow and comfy and, taking my time. But I was anyways, suffice to say, I was actually really, really highly impressed with the in-town capabilities of this bike. It rips pretty dang good in town, and when I mean rips, it's the low-end torque taken off from the line. So yeah, I'm thinking I want to try to get back to the dang highway, and it might just mean going back the way I came.
I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, push it till I fall, I'm slipping to get back up, always stand tall, I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep, been bruised and scarred. I had to learn how to think with my head not hard. I've been chewed up, spit out, torn apart.
Man, I was not in the right gear for that little whoop-de-loop.
Picking up all the pieces is a form of art.
I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change, slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
Okay, I was on that road longer than I wanted to be. And now I gotta figure out where the hell I am. My ass hurts. I might be able to get 0 to 60 off of her right here. Things are starting to work a little bit better. I for sure need some more GoPro batteries. Last night I had cold soup, because I could not figure out how to get my little cooker to work. There we go. So, I've been thinking about all the crazy emotional swings of this trip. Yesterday was the probably the worst rental experience that I've ever had in my life, followed by some of the best riding of my entire life, which was then swiftly followed by some of the worst riding that I've ever had in my life. The last 2 hours was just open plains and just boring flat highway miles, and I could not figure out where I was or where I was going. Didn't know if I was on the right trip, and I was a little worried that I was going to get stuck out riding around at night. Luckily, I got here just before nightfall, but I was just too tired to really focus on anything. Go ahead and kill the stove. It's amazing what some coffee will do to you, because I feel good today. I feel like getting after it. The bike is doing well now. Crushing a lot of bugs. Lots and lots of bugs. With all the bugs that I'm hitting on there. So, but yeah, she's holding up well. I had to leave a bunch of my stuff back in my truck because the bags would not fit my gear. See, I got distracted and quit making my coffee. Now it's all messed up. Okay, ladies and gents, the adventure continues. Okay, before I take off in this direction, I need to get my helmet strapped down. Passed a couple of good lookouts here recently, and I did not stop at them because I was too damn tired last night, so I think I'm going to hit them on the way out, and I might show you guys this old little road, because it is quite cool. Trying to charge my phone right now, so that's what this little cable is. Okay, here we go. My helmet is still broken, so I'm dealing with that. It's kind of tough to get the visor down. It is super cold right now, but I do have my 3-season gear on, and I'm all loaded up, so I should be good to go. Feeling pretty good. It was so much longer back into that spot than I expected it to be. I don't know why they feel necessary to put that campsite so damn far away from the highway, because there are probably 20 or 30 good spots to stop at. And if you see right here, I'm running low on fuel. I need to start believing in my GPS a little bit more. I think I tend to, look at the amount of time that it says it's going to take me to get somewhere and be like, nah, it's not real. I can get there in about half that time. So anyway, this is the cute little road back in here, and here are some of the cool lookouts. Some canyons and stuff. There's a way to get a little bit closer to it. I need to wash my visor. I got so many dang bugs on here. I will say there was one really badass 4-wheel trail back here that I did go down yesterday. Against all of my better judgment, I did not turn on my camera because I was super worried that I was going to smash up the bike and destroy it, and I didn't necessarily want there to be evidence. And I'm not going to tempt fate quite too much. That's something. But as far as like an adventure bike, like a bike where you're going to go on long tours on the highway mostly, and then you still want to have enough off-road capabilities to like whack some four-wheel trails or like some Jeep trails or something like that. This thing is freaking badass. I'm really, really, really impressed with this bike. It's way better than I thought it was going to be just looking at it, and it's also way better than I thought it was going to be. Probably the first like 2 hours of riding it, I was super unimpressed. It's not immediately the most comfortable bike that you could possibly get on. Like as soon as I got on it, I was like thinking, holy shit, this is going to be a really long ride because this is super uncomfortable. But you know, I sort of figured out the bike after I don't know, like 4 hours of riding yesterday. That's not true. Maybe 2 hours in was when I really started to like appreciate the bike for what it is. It's for sure not the most comfortable thing in the world, but I feel like I was cruising on the highway as far as the engine capabilities. I feel like I was cruising on this bike even better than the Triumph 800, the Tiger. As far as the ergonomics, the handlebars are very vibey, and you don't get any of that in the Tiger. So there's lots of vibrations and stuff, but they're kind of good vibrations, and a bike feels solid. It doesn't feel like it's vibrating and it's going to, like, you know, parts are going to start rattling off of it. It feels like a super solid bike, and the pegs, man, the pegs are badass, especially for standing up on off-road. So there is a badass lookout. It's down a little river down here. Oh man, I think this is one of the lookouts that I wanted to stop at. Through this section here. Actually, was that my turn? Oh yeah, I remember this place now. Cool. A lot of four-wheel touring businesses out here, which is, that's kind of cool. I'd like to see, I think I saw some of the trails that they generally go to, and I got to ride a little bit of them. Not a ton, but a little bit. There's the Holiday Inn. That's where I should have fucking stayed last night. So apparently they have taken this highway down to one lane, and I've been sitting here at this red light for my entire life. Come on, green light. So I need to take a quick minute to take a breath. The GoPro fell off my helmet, and I had to look for it for about an hour. Found it on the side of the road. I'm now filming with it. After that, I dropped the bike again in the dirt, in the off-road, and when I tried to start it up again, the kickstand thing had some dirt in it, and it was not wanting to start. So that took me a little while to figure out what was going on. But I'm currently at Hole in the Rock, which is a zoo, I think. We have a Hole in the Rock in Arizona, but it's not like this. So it's kind of a cool place, trading post. General store for some food, probably. I'm gonna go ahead in there. There's a damn Jeep up there. Well, it's hot. The bike starts just fine. But when you put it into gear, it behaves as if the kickstand is still down, even though it's not still down. I reached in there, and there's for sure a piece ripped off. Could fuck around, try to rip the fuse, but that might not work either. So I live here now. I'm for sure getting the full adventure riding experience. A lot of just sitting on the side of the road. These absolute champions offered to rescue me, so they brought a flatbed. joy.
I'm never gonna look back, 'cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes.
Hello, puppy. I'm out here riding the motorcycle. Sat down to have a cigar. Apparently this part of the world is still completely losing their tits over COVID, so they won't let me sit inside any buildings anywhere. So this puppy came to keep me company. This is a good puppy. Oh no, it's gonna be locked.
Let's go.
Oh no, it's closed the gate after you're done.
Like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket.
We can't, it's just very
I
hard
ain't
for
playing,
us.
got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest.
Figuring out how to wrangle this bike out of this spot and up to the next one.
Choose new tracks like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back.